This is your Oracle reading for October 2021. Virgo, October of 2021. Apple, risk and reward. Divination of the Ancients message for Virgo, October of 2021. Astrology, destiny. Divine Circus message for Virgo, October 2021. Clown of Crossroads. Sacred Rebels message for Virgo, October of 2021. Receiving. Shamanic medicine message for Virgo, October 2021. Feathers, restoration. Mystical shaman message for Virgo, October of 2021. Completion. Apple, risk and reward. Sweetest icon, risky red desire, poison and freedom, tempting hearts afire. Apples have been a symbol of Samhain for a very long time. Apples, when cut in half, have a seed pattern that looks like a pentagram, and so the Celts held the fruit to be sacred. Bobbing for apples, a game traditionally played at Halloween. It has its origins in the Samhain festival and is one of the oldest associated with this celebration. The traditional way to play is to place 3 or 13 apples into a barrel of water, and the game is to try and bite an apple whilst it floats and bobs in the water. Hands must not be used, and people often compete with each other, bobbing at the same time. It is believed that the Romans brought the custom to Britain, and there are quite a few images recorded through art of this activity in both cultures. It was said that unmarried women who placed the apple they had bobbed under their pillow would dream of their future husband. In Newfoundland and some parts of Ireland even today, Halloween is called Snap Apple Night. Candy apples, apple on a stick covered in coffee, although not quite as popular now as they once were as Halloween fare, and are now making a comeback as a fun and simple treat to prepare on this night. Apples have been an iconic part of mythos from ancient times to modern. The story of the poisoned apple in Snow White, to the Roman goddess Pomona's magical apple tree, to the Christian's tempting fruit in the Garden of Eden. Should you receive this apple in your reading, it's time to look at how risk plays out in your life. Are you hedging your bets and not trying anything new? Do you want to change but are not willing to change anything? Are you willing to risk to get a greater reward? Or alternatively, are you risking too much too often? Astrology, destiny. You have an important life purpose and are here to shine brightly. You have always felt different and special and known that you are meant to be big. Trouble is life has got in the way, and even though you have felt a calling, you don't actually know what it is you are meant to do. Before you were born, you chose the exact time of your birth and the date to determine who you would be. In this lifetime, and what you came here to achieve. Your astrological signs, stars, and planetary movement all play a big part in your life. Yes, you can create your own destiny, but it is the stars that point you in the right direction. So go seek out this astrological map of the journey of your life. For by doing so, many answers will be revealed to you. Not only will you be fascinated, you will also find that which you have been searching for all this time. Star of wonder, star so bright. My soul does shine both day and night. I look up through the galaxy and step into my destiny. Visit an accredited astrologer to have your astrological chart read. Enjoy stargazing. Learn about the planets and how their alignments affect you. Take bold steps towards your chosen destiny and go for it. Dating back thousands of years across a wide spread of cultures, appearing in India, Tibet, China, Babylonia, North Africa, and South America, to name but a few, the study of the stars has influenced various events and aspects of personal and world history since records began. This is one of the very few forms of divination that has truly survived the test of time. Clown of Crossroads. Opportunity is upon you, though it may seem like a farewell to what you have known. This chance is a crossroads, a time when you can go left or right. You cannot continue with everything as it has been, and this means that something will have to be released for something else to be gained. It's time for you to take your chances and make a choice. The Clown of Crossroads card comes to you when you are at a choice point, a time for you to make a decision and realize that your life does not have to continue on as it has been anymore. You are a pattern-breaking, life-changing moment, or soon will be. Of course, you can try to continue with the status quo, keeping things the same as they are now for as long as you can. However, in doing so, you'll be saying no to the pathway opening up for you, leading to a different life ahead. In nature, all things must grow. What is suitable for one phase of development might be unduly constraining or inadequately stimulating for the next phase of growth. When the Clown of Crossroads comes to you, she tells you that it is time for a new phase of life to begin. You cannot continue on without making a clear choice, a commitment to what matters to you, a decision to see something through or to let it go once and for all. Be patient as you feel for the truth of your choice, whilst remaining courageous enough not to procrastinate and become stuck in the indecision. The crossroads often means leaving something behind as a rite of passage. You cannot take your whole life with you into new territory. Certain people may be able to change and grow along with you, but other relationships, situations, or circumstances will have to be sacrificed on the altar of new life. This can be difficult, and you must honor your loss, whilst at the same time remembering that it is for sacred purpose which will ultimately bring you greater joy. For now, you are in mourning for a morning. So, like, mourning, MOURNING, for a morning, MORNING. So the sunrise morning. There is the letting go and realizing in readiness for a new beginning. You may feel excited and sad. If you are grieving, know that your tears are cleansing you, freeing you from the past, and watering the new seeds in your garden of life. If you are already at a point of the excitement, but perhaps also fear as you contemplate the risk of leaping into an unknown destiny, take heart. It is your time to leap. And when the timing is right, and whatever is required to catch you at the other side of your leap shall be there. Alright, so down here is the foundation, supportive energies, messages, guides, any of those kinds of things that you correlate or resonate with is assisting you up as a whole, okay, from the ground up. This is the foundation. So Apple, risk and reward. Are you risking too much or not enough? Destiny, yes, you have free will, but there is a purpose that you were born into, and your mission, soul mission they call it. So like before you were born, you chose, hey, I'm going to set up this kind of life for hopefully I can learn to accomplish the mission that I'm desiring from my soul. Then you forget all that and you get born, and then you come in and do you remember your soul? Do you remember what you came here for? Or are you like, you know what, I changed my mind. I'm just going to go with free will. Okay, well, whatever. Clown of Crossroads. Yeah, which choice are you going to make? Free will or your destiny? Do you want to believe in free will, or do you want to believe in destiny? Or believe in a combination of both, and a balance of in harmonic yin yang of, it's not as easy as just making a choice and going for it, okay? Each moment has a specific circumstance I have to deal with. I don't know. Clown of crossroads. This is up to you, Virgo. Risk and reward. Maybe you sometimes go align with destiny and sometimes you don't. I don't know. It's all up to you. How you want to do it and how you want to paint your picture. Receiving. You are so loved, your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness, and you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You have not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and is drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there is not enough coming back in. It is time to bring something back in for you, to receive and be received. You're being offered a chance for restoration now, to feel nourished, cared for, and loved. Accept it. You deserve it. The healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame you feel for having needs in the first place. It will also help you overcome any struggle that you may have receiving and accepting so that your needs can be met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and you are so happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. In this space, there is joyful communion between you and life. Energy flows more freely and magic happens. When you demur, saying you cannot accept that it is too great a gift or that you are not worthy, you are impeding that flow. You are inhibiting the communion, the connection, the playful interaction between you and the universe. Enough with false modesty and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human clothing. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. Enjoy it. Soak it up. All of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. From that place of nourishment, you will more effortlessly create, live, and love with greater energy and thriving, pulsing passion. The earth rests each night so it can greet the sun again each morning with the spectacular living art of sunrise. Allow yourself to switch off, step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return and be more efficient and effective. Right now, play now, and work later. Forget your worries for a while. Switch off, do something else, let it go, and it will all flow. Feathers, restoration. Feathers have fallen on your path. The card comes to you as a spirit teacher or guide, as a message from nature. Feathers ask you to be gentle with yourself right now. You have recently endured a rough ride and are still a little ruffled. However, feathers bring assurance that you have or will soon land softly. Allow yourself to rest among comforting plumage, whilst feathers gently strokes away any doubts and worries you have collected along the way. Feathers recognize your bravery. As a warrior who has returned from battle and needs to rest, there is a three-way connection between you, the Great Spirit, and the bird from which the feather came. Feathers bring you connection, support, and perspective. Allow the medicine of feathers to gently restore and sweep your energy field with the qualities you require to fly. This medicine is linked to the spiritual energy of the bird that gifted the feather. For example, a raven feathers represent magic, rebirth, transition, and renewal. Contemplate the type of feather that has come to you. In many indigenous tribes, particularly those of the Americas, feathered robes are worn in ceremony and ritual to invoke the connection with the sky gods. The ancient Egyptians and Aztecs believed the feathers of sacred birds were spirit messengers. For Native Americans, feathers could represent the power of wind and the thunder beings. Within many belief systems, feathers come as a spirit guide and teachers awaiting a response, and are used in healing to promote well-being by sweeping specific qualities into someone else's or someone's energy field. A softer approach is needed. Don't be so hard on yourself or others. A period of rest, restoration, and rebirth. You will soon be soaring high. See a situation from a bird's eye perspective. Falling feathers bring the confirmation you've been waiting for. I fall softly to the ground with a message to be found. Listen to what the Spirit says as I sweep your fears away. All right, so this part is what you can do, what you can work on, what you need to change your perceptions to, or align your energies with. Pretty much what you can do in October is feathers, restoration, destiny, a crossroads choice here. Sit and contemplate about it. Maybe think about it. You find some feathers that align with what you're going through or you're connect with, or associate with, or resonate with, or all those good things. Receiving, risk and reward. Take a risk with your free will, or too much risk with your free will, or I say take too much risk with your free will, or just the right amount of risk with your destiny. It's an experience either way, so it's your choice. That's what this realm is all about, because experiencing it and learning how to balance the force, become the force, receiving the messages, accepted, either way, and making sure you rest and relax and correlate with the feathers and the crossroads that you're at. Completion. All things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is the nature of life, the seed, the flower, and the fruit, and all of human relationships. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform an old form into a new one. You have finished the cycle, and there is no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. In regard to relationships, it is time to honor what has been and find a new form for the future. In your ventures, it is time to reap your harvest. Completion is a time for celebration. It is the end of summer when the fruit is ripe. Clinging to the old form will bring only decay. When fruit is left too long on the vine, it rots. You know that it is time to move on, yet are reluctant. Do not be afraid of hurting anyone's feelings. Remember that you are responsible for your actions, not the actions of others. Mourn what is lost so you can move on. Do not be sad. Be like the sun at midday who shines brightly, neither longing for sunrise nor dreading the dusk. Alright, so this is the message from heaven, force, source, unified field, God, whatever you believe in. Or if you're atheist, this is the big picture message down to correlates with everything, okay? Like I said, you can believe whatever you want to believe, alright? It's your choice, your life, your experience, your character you're playing, not mine. As above, so below. Completion. Okay, the problem I have with this image is that the snake eating its own tail is the it has a rainbow though. It's a rainbow. That's the good thing. The snake eating its own tail is very symbolic of draconian reptilian stuff, which means that they believe that they're here to eat and to consume and to cause the retraction of galaxies to go back to center to expand again, so they can start the cycle over again. So they're the ones that are making us go through hell over and over and over again. All right. So I don't necessarily agree with that, but I'm not like, I'm gonna sit in misery and let them feed on me. Whatever. They don't need to feed on me because I don't give a either way, because I'm a great Jedi. But anyways, the true purpose from the light is to expand. So if you're on that side, it's all about expansion and expanding in a never-ending circle, which doesn't consume itself. It just expands forever, infinitely. Even if you expand past the sun, eventually you'll reach another galaxy, right? And so, either way, they're both kind of right in their purpose, but they're both kind of wrong at the same time. It's weird. To get more into that, just hit me up or go to my Patreon. I'll probably post more. Receive the mark of thought, and you'll get more. But anyways, completion, right? This is the completion crossroads, right? Okay, receiving the messages and the alignment and the restoration of the feathers and whatever bird resonates with you and the feathers that resonate with you. Are you going to take too much risk, or are you going to take just the right amount of risk? Too much risk ends up with less reward and more lessons or education. I guess could be a reward either way. So there's a balance of risk and reward either way you choose, too much or too little, or just the right amount. But yeah, you're at a crossroads for a completion of a cycle that you're finishing and to start a new cycle, okay? So I would look up feathers that have to do with completions or cycles. I think eagles or falcons. I'm not sure which bird exactly, but They're very valuable. I think that's why they don't want people having eagle feathers, because they know how valuable they are. You know, they know, and if everyone have them, that's also, there's two sides of that, right? But the freaking birds pluck out their own feathers all the time. It's called uh, I can't remember the term when they're like grooming themselves every season, or not every season, every year. Once a year, they like groom themselves and they end up losing feathers and they fall to the ground. So what's the big deal? The big deal is you got corrupted people who want to go kill the birds for their feathers instead of picking them up off the ground and waiting patiently, or finding them synchronistically with the universe and aligning with themselves correctly with the universe. So corruption ruins it for everyone, right? So corruption's the enemy, not people. But anyways, full completion, receiving feathers. You get the big picture, right? You understand the message. And this was your reading, Virgo, for October. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next month.